What's going on, everybody? In today's video, I wanted to make for a subscriber. He sent us a message on Facebook last night asking about, what can you do to help, your string from slapping your arm. And it's really not a fun thing to have when you're shooting. Everybody can attest to that. So if you're shooting your bow and you're just getting into archery like he is, and your arm is getting hit every time you shoot, you're really going to be hesitant to shoot. You're going to get, you're going to start jerking a little bit, trying to avoid it, and it's just going to create bad form. So what I want to do is try to address it, so he can, fix this problem before he, develops bad habits from it. And I've had this problem. I actually got a little bit of a string slap going on this summer, and these are the things that I focused on to get rid of it again. Now, whenever somebody says, well, I'm getting, string slap on my arm, the first thing you got to make sure you're doing is your draw length is set up accordingly to your body. And in this guy's case, he's just getting into archery, and he went to a local bow shop and he got it set up. So I'm going to assume that they set up the draw length accordingly to his standards and his body. So once your draw length is set up, there's a couple other things that can factor into how your arm is positioned, near your bowstring. And the first thing that I noticed, and the first thing that we used to do when we were shooting our bow, is grip the bow wrong. So I'll demonstrate with an arrow here so you guys can see. So most people, when they grip the bow, they grip it, like they're gripping onto something. So they grip it like that. So it's gonna go into the crease of their hand. They're gonna grab on, and they're gonna shoot. And what we found with, making sure you're not torquing the bow and everything, the best place to put your bow is on the meaty, fatty part of the thumb, where all the muscles at, right there. So instead of going into there, you're going out here, and that's a really great place to shoot and reduce torque and everything. And what it also does is it also moves your wrist and thus your arm accordingly in the bow. So if I go to how everybody grips the bow by gripping it like they hold on to something like that, you can see that my wrist and my arm, hopefully you can see that, my wrist is pushed into the bow, thus it's moving my whole arm into the bow. Now, if you guys can see this, all I have to do is simply move it to the right position, to the new grip on the fatty, the muscle part of my hand, and you can see that it kind of shifts a little bit. So if we can do this again, hopefully, original, in, right there, original, and then we shift my grip. We shift my grip. You can see it pulls it out a little bit. So that's the first tip that I'm going to give you, is move your grip, instead of holding it like so, to like this. Now you say, well, I'm already doing that. Okay. What we can do is we can adjust how our feet are positioned. Now this summer, I was noticing that I was 100% perpendicular to the target. My feet are 90 degrees pointed that way, and the target's this way. Okay? And when you draw your bow, I'm drawn and I'm stretched out right here. Thus, it's going to make, if I'm doing it this way, there's more chances, as you can see right there, for it to hit my arm. Hopefully you can see that. So if I'm 100% sideways to the target, I'm more stretched out. So what I did, and what I noticed this summer, is if instead of being, hopefully you can see my feet, instead of being 100% like this, what I would do is I'd kind of shift my foot just slightly, and it kind of opens my body up to the target, like so. And when I do that, we'll come back here, we'll do that with our feet again. And when I do that, it kind of opens my body with your grip, as well as this stance. It kind of opens your body up a little bit more right here. That way there's more clearance for your arm. Now these are the best ways that I've found to stop my string slapping, because like I said, my draw length is set up accordingly to my body. I'm at a 30-inch draw length, and so that's first and foremost. So these things are hopefully going to help your stop your string from slapping your arm, and if it doesn't, I'd say drop down a little bit in draw length, just because of you know, a few factors. You could be overdrawn, you could be leaning back. So the main thing is make sure you have the right draw length. Make sure you go to a trusted bow shop and have them look at your form when you draw your bow. You're standing up straight, you're not leaning in any form or fashion, standing up straight. That way you have the right draw length. And then when you incorporate these things, it should really help you in you know, stopping the string from slapping your arm. So hopefully this video helps. If it doesn't, like I said, I'd start wearing an arm guard to start shooting, to get your form started. That way it doesn't hurt as bad, so you don't get bad habits. As well as I'd either go to a different bow shop or the same bow shop, but I'd probably go to the different bow shop to get a different opinion, and you know, see what he thinks your draw length should be, because we can't see it from in front of the camera. So if you guys have any more questions, or if you have any more questions, just shoot us another message. Hopefully this takes care of your problem. I know that this has helped me tremendously. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you guys liked the video, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.